Hiya, been harping on about it a couple of weeks now, but we're into willow whistle season, May whistles or slide whistles. What I've got here is a little piece of willow. Unfortunately, it's quite a knobbly bit. No, that end's probably better. So I'm going to have a go and see if we can create it out of this. Now, luckily, I've got a set of secateurs that makes this much quicker and easier, but you could do this all with a sharp knife. What I'm going to look for first of all is the cleanest section, so probably this bit up here to make the slide part of the whistle. It is important to leave a section that we're not going to debark because it gives us something to grip in the process. So first thing I'm going to do with my knife is I'm going to cut myself a bit of the air hole, and do that about a centimetre down the stick, and then I'll cut a 45 wedge out just like I was doing a tent peg. There we go. So next I want to remove a good sleeve of bark. I'm going to go this much, so I'm just going to ring cut that. So I'm rolling the stick, the knife is just slicing through the bark, nothing else. Oh no, what's nice to see is as I'm cutting through the bark, there's moisture just escaping, which means there's tons of sap just in between the bark and the stick. Now there's a couple of techniques of doing this. What you can do is take another stick, placing it on a hard surface. So I'm just going to pick the bench here and tap continually to just loosen that bond between the bark and the stick. Alternatively, I can lay it down and roll it like a rolling pin. I found that this is quite effective, especially when using sort of thinner barked pieces and less likely to damage it. Now, a sign that it's working is you can see where those cuts are. It's a little bit darker, that's the water trying to escape, or the sap rather. Oh, there we go, a little twist and a snap, and the sleeve slides off. There we go. Got a little break down the bottom, but that shouldn't matter too much. So two things to do now. We're going to create the sound chamber, which is a section beyond the air hole, and then a little passage that we can actually blow down. Now, because I've just taken the bark off this, it's soaking wet, so I'm just going to dry that on my trousers. There we go. That's dried off now. I'll take my knife and we'll create the, let's go for the sound chamber first. So I'm removing a bit of the section there. Generally I go down until I start seeing the pith, which is just under halfway. Now I've got a fairly decent sized air hole, sound chamber rather. I'm going to create a little flat on the top there for the air to actually go down the whistle. Where did I put it? don't lose your bark sleeve. So now very carefully slide that back in place. So at the start of the sound there, I can hear the air coming through. I think, when you look, there's a very, very small gap there. I think I need to make that gap a little bit bigger, let more air through. And because now there's not much of a step down after, I'm going to make the sound chamber a little bit deeper as well. So now there's definitely a sort of pronounced step, if you like. Slide the two back together. Not as crisp or clean as I'd like, so a little bit of tweaking and we can get there. Something I've noticed again with the thin barks, if you hold it like you would a traditional whistle, your top lip tends to squeeze down on the bark. So what I like to do is hold it sideways so you can get a good firm grip with your lips and blow in there. Let's just try a little bit of fiddling, a little bit of fettling. See if we can make that the beauty of these carving is there is just tinkering, trial and error. Once you get the sound, just work on that. Something else to remember, that beautiful phrase, clean as a whistle. Make sure any little fuzzy furry parts, you've tidied them up. So a sharp knife really helps for this. Take that top off. Let's go, third time lucky. We're getting there. That'll do. I'm happy with that. So yeah, if you like that little whittle and carve, I'm actually running a bushcraft competency training course at the Leicester Outdoor Pursuit Centre in June. You can book now through the website www.lopc.co.uk. Click on the book now button, it'll take you to the courses section, and on that competency training we're going to look at 5 sections. We are going to look at sharp tool use, knives and saws. We'll look at fire lighting techniques. We are going to look at campfire cooking and eating. Some water filtration and purification techniques, sourcing water off of the land. Finally, we're going to do some shelter work with cords and tarps and some lashing. So if that's the kind of thing that interests you, please either drop me a message and I'll explain how to book, or jump onto the LOPC website and book there. But hope you have a lovely weekend. Get out and do some whistle whittling, and if you have any success, please feel free to share it with me. Cheers guys.